I'm thinking about how there's so much resistance to being authentic, how there's so much fear associated with being weird, not fitting in. That, if we really think about that for a second, not fitting in, fitting into what? Fitting into a mold. Why would you want to fit in then? Why do you want to be constricted? It's just so baffling to me. Sometimes there's these moments of clarity. I'm just running on 5 hours sleep, coming out of my period cycle beginning, new cycle beginning, menstruation finishing. That made no sense, but you get it. And I'm hit with this wave of clarity, thinking about, the non-views on YouTube, which I'm not doing for the views. It's nice to get views, obviously. But thinking about this need to create a character, to create a facade, which is art. It's artistry. I really, really appreciate that. There's a fine line, though, between creating characters for fun, to enjoy life, creating those characters that kind of come from you. It's like parts of you, facets, facade and facets. That's interesting also. Facade and facets. The exploration of facets vs the construction of a facade, which is such a beautiful word, facade. It's a French word, I think, but said in this English way, facade. It's so elegant, and I love it so much more than facade. Facade. But anyway, the construction of a facade via the exploration of a facet. There are infinite facets, right? You see, the construction of a facade, the exploration of a facet can easily transform and leak out into the construction of a facade. You could lie to yourself about exploring a facet, and then you make that facet a facade. You make it become your whole reality. I think you need to lead into authenticity. I really want to explore this theme. And when I talk about the YouTube views, I think, I'm doing it first and foremost for myself, because I've always dreamed of doing it since I was, I think, a conscious teenager. I don't know what that means, but I don't know how to explain it, but like consciously, I know. I just love doing it. I always pretended to do it, It's obviously nice to get recognition, and I know there's something about my shadow that really wants recognition. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you all, whoever you are watching. Like, I love recognition. I love being seen. I have a midheaven in Leo. I don't know very much about astrology, but I know, Leos are the center, the sun. I love being vulnerable. It feels so good to be yourself. It feels so good to be authentic. It feels so good to not be anxious within that which you are. I love these conscious moments, which usually happen when I'm very tired. You know what I always thought about the word tired? How you write tired, right? T-I-R-E-D, tired. If you read it right, it's tired. But when you say it, if you pay attention, it's tired. 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 I'm so tired. You never hear anyone say, I'm so tired. Red tie, tired. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But when I'm tired, I make great thinking patterns. Because I was thinking, how, oh, it's time to make a new video. It seems like when you post a video weekly, it seems like you just posted a video, you gotta start thinking about the next one, which I love it because it really, really, really challenges your brain in the best way possible. Because I love doing it, and it teaches me something every week, every day, like every time I'm working on it, and I really feel like I'm growing through it. I'm so grateful. And so I was thinking, my last video was very, it was a day in the life, but it was very constructed, voiceovers that I would re-record if I didn't like the way I said something, imagery, editing, and that's all great. I love that. That's like a whole other way of working, which is fine. But there's like a headache that comes with it, even if it's not an actual headache, a physical headache. There's an etheric headache, like, maybe it's not the right word, but anyway, I was thinking, new video. I wonder what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do my makeup. I need to be authentic, and I started thinking about how I'll start the video and how maybe I should say, oh, let's be authentic. And I started thinking about maybe it's better to go back to posting on Fridays because it's better to post on Fridays than on Saturdays because people have the day off. Or I was Googling this before when I was starting. I'm still starting. And then I just had this wave of conscious thinking, and I thought to myself, we need to film it. So here we are. And this is the takeaway. When you have this feeling that you need to film it or you need to write it down, I think filming is really, or filming or recording, but I love, I'm making videos, so it makes sense to film it. Filming, it's just great to let yourself think out loud, like actually talking out loud to yourself, because you really don't know what you're gonna come up with. This what was it? This construction of a facade vs exploration of a facet. I love that. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna research some of this thing. Some of these terms. The facade vs facet. Because that is so interesting. Wait, like even look at it even as a visual, right? When I think of a facet, I think of a diamond, right? A diamond has an infinite amount of facets, because you will take a diamond and it will shine like in diverse ways, right? You know what I mean? If you focus on one of those facets and you like enlarge it, it becomes a facade. Because what is a facade? Isn't a facade like a wall? Isn't it a wall? Like, I need to look, like, I'm not sure, but a facade, yeah, it's a wall. So, the exploration of a facet can easily become the construction of a facade. It's like a zooming in to that facet. Huh? It becomes a facade. This is the shape of the facet. This is the diamond. You zoom into one of the facets. You construct a facade. See, you can't see me anymore. There's a facade. You need to zoom out. See the bigger picture. This is kind of like a way to say to see the bigger picture. This is very interesting to me. I don't know if like someone has explained it in this way before, but I'm honestly intrigued. I'm gonna finish. No, I'm not gonna finish. I'm really sleepy, but I have about 30 pages left of this Anais Nin book, which I've scratched her face accidentally. It looks like she's crying, I just realized. Okay. Exploring the facet vs. constructing a facade.